Hello once again and welcome to Fire When Ready, Adventures in Star Wars Tabletop Gaming for Emotionally14.com. I'm your host as always, Brad Harmer Barnes, and I'm joined by my constant compatriot,
Ian Harmer.
and our almost constant compatriot, Dave Mustill. he won't leave. So guys, we record sort of fortnightly, which for Americans is every 2 weeks. It's not a word in America, apparently.
Is it not?
Apparently fortnightly it doesn't mean anything.
Bi-weekly.
Okay. I got told off last time I accused them of not having kettles, so, you know, who knows. So every 2 weeks we record. So there's actually been a dump load of news since the last time we recorded.
It's amazing, yeah.
Some of it this week, even. Yeah. It's only Monday.
It is the news time again. Yeah. Maybe it's Mondays.
Yeah. So we have we been Star Warsing? Have we been gaming? What have you been up to?
What's New Hope again? That was about it really.
I watched it 3 times in a week because I have a 2-year-old daughter.
Good.
Yes, and I'm not complaining.
She's being brought up well.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yourself? Star Wars in gaming?
Well, I finally got Rogue One and The Force Awakens on Blu-ray, which is nice.
Oh, nice.
Need to be done, really.
Yeah.
Gaming-wise, painting, as usual. Got all my Strontium Dog stuff painted.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah, it's a really fun game, actually.
It doesn't
the Warlord I've forgotten about already, as per usual.
Yeah. I can't help but wonder if that's something to do with Carlos Ezquerra dying.
Oh, maybe.
Just because they're talking about maybe not continuing the comic.
Oh, okay.
Story.
Because he's... I can see that, actually.
Potentially, there's been kind of a respectful hiatus, if nothing else.
Yeah, okay, sure. It just looks such a fun story-driven game, and I'm all about narrative-driven gaming is what gets me, so that looks fun. Are you familiar with Strontium Dog?
I'm aware of them. I wasn't aware of the game particularly.
Mutant Cowboys in Space.
Yeah, exactly. 2000 AD.
2000 AD, I thought it was.
Yeah. If you never read 2000 AD, it's basically that with Tyrannosauruses. Prove me wrong. I've been rereading Bloodline as well, which is it's about 10 years before Force Awakens, so Ben Solo's already off at the Jedi. Okay, it's all about Princess Leia in the Republic Senate, and someone leaks out the news that she was Darth Vader's daughter, and it's her dealing with the fallout of that.
Oh, okay.
It's Claudia Gray, one of my favourite Star Wars writers. It's one of the truly outstanding books, and it's almost like that's the tipping point into the third age of Star Wars.
Okay.
Because the real trilogy is very much wrapped up by that point. And so Bloodline's an awesome book. But we've had loads and loads of Legion news, which we kind of need to react to. Well, not just Legion news. First of all, we saw a little bit more about Jyn Erso.
Yes,
but I think we're just very, very excited about that prospect. Anyway, it's another level of a game. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought what a perfect kind of level character she is for a commander in Legion.
Yes,
because she's only, even when we did a massive Grand Army game with 2 ATSTs and 20 47s, that was still a skirmish level game. That wasn't anywhere near the scale of something like the Battle of Endor. And it's perfectly reasonable to me that Jyn Erso would be shouting command to like 20, 30 people.
Yes.
Yeah. So the more I thought about it, both her and Krennic do actually work at that.
Yeah, and as long as when we do use her, we'll get the time right.
What's on the table
will make me a couple of.
Yeah, no, I'm totally with you. I'm not one for X-winging and mixing Clone Wars and Force Awakens stuff all together. No, I like something which could conceivably have happened.
Time frame wise, that's fine.
That's something like I said to you before. The fact that Krennic is out or will be coming out doesn't mean that now you've got to put him in every game. It's just an option. Well, we are no longer time locked. Actually, it means we've got more eras we can play.
Yes, that's right. You got more crossover.
Yeah, as long as you don't have Jyn Erso and Luke in the same squad,
that'll just be
that would make my eye twitch like a hummingbird's wing. The Jyn Erso looks great. We had a rules update for Armada, which we've not had for years.
Woken up with Armada. Okay.
Yeah, they did the sector fleet rules, which is introducing new rules and new play modes for extreme point counts. It's almost like they've got something really, really big coming out soon that they weren't able to quite reconcile with the rest of the points.
So I think this is a precursor to something
rules
else.
for up to 8-player games of Armada, including reporting to a fleet admiral.
Okay,
that's pretty cool.
Well, so obviously Armada has always been, to my mind, Armada has always been the most wargamey of even Legion's wargame. Legion is dice chucking and running around and blasting things. There's something analytical and precise about Armada that is more of almost like an Avalon Hill or SPI hex and counter war game in its strategy. And the whole idea of introducing a command structure for multiplayer games is like something SPI or Avalon Hill would have done back in the day.
Right.
So something that people do now with, say, World War II war games is you could even, to the extent where you read about games where people are giving the commands in a different room.
Yes.
Looking at pictures of the
battlefield. So once the War Department.
Conceivably, you could do the same with
Armada.
With Armada.
With a 1600 point game of Armada. If only we knew someone who organised a convention. But up to 8-player Armada with extreme point counts. I'm with Dave. I think that it wouldn't be the game I would play every week.
I was going to say,
but once, twice a year, that sounds like that could be fun to me.
Yeah.
I think so. Maybe one day we'll do that because Superstar Destroyer's coming.
That's yes. I'd forgotten about that.
Well, that's why I think they've tweaked the point count rules so you can now play
it.
Because when they first announced the SSD, I thought they were going to make it like for campaign ships in X-Wing. So when you bought the TAM-T4 or the Raider or something for X-Wing, basically you got like a boxed campaign.
Yes.
You could never play it in a normal game. The idea was you were buying a boxed expansion. Here's a story play game. You would struggle to use it in a real game, and then that's what I assumed they were going to do with the Executor. And what they actually did was go, no, it's competitive level.
Well,
you can just use it in a normal game.
So they've had to tweak. They've
obviously now gone. Well, maybe we should tweak this a little bit. I'm pleased Armada's getting some more love as well because it's been a couple of years.
Well, it's getting a light shone on it again.
So Armada I think is a great game, and even if you're not the biggest fan of Armada as a game, I think if it didn't exist, it would feel like there was something missing in Fantasy Flight's scales.
Big ship games,
So even if you're not a big fan, I feel you have to kind of love that it's out there and filling a space.
They do like to do that with their systems. You have the nucleus
Imperial assault
battlefield system. The very, very small nuclear assault. I guess Star Wars, they've got extra, haven't they? Because they've got 4 levels.
Imperial assault is the real kind of room clearing one, isn't it?
And then on to Rebellion at the top.
Oh God, you got another level,
that's galactic.
But normally they have like a dungeon crawler, then a.
But Rebellion is weird because it's huge, but at the same time it's so personal as well. Because although it is galaxy spanning and you've got Superstar Destroyers and Death Stars everywhere, the entire game is focused around like 4 or 5 characters each time. God, I love that game so much. It's genuinely my favourite Star Wars game I think ever.
We'll show Rebellion plenty of love.
And we had 2 new Legion announcements as well. We had Sabine Wren for the Rebels.
The pictures look cool, really cool.
And we had Bossk for the Empire.
Which made your day.
He's not my favourite bounty hunter, but I'm pleased he's there. IG-88's easy to sculpt. It's literally just one of those wireframes you use for making models.
Just use a coffee percolator.
Hopefully it's going to set a precedent and we'll have lots of bounty hunters.
What I really liked for miniatures was how they've evolved the sculpts of the minions. They're multi-part, but you can swap bits out. So if you're extremely skilled, feel free to put magnets on them and stuff, but if you need, just buy 2. The idea of Sabine Wren, you can either have her with her twin blasters or with the Darksaber.
So it's making it more for modelers, really. Then that is.
Fantasy Flight said from the start, they always kind of saw it as an evolution. It was going to be, you bought your basic set, you could play a core set you could play never having wargame before. They all clicked and pushed in. You could play and drive a bit of Super on the base. You're done. And here's some barricades that are just solid cast resin, there's some terrain. Off you go, get going, download the full book when you're ready. And they've now, as more models are coming out, we're seeing more options for people who've been playing along. I mean, realistically, I think we're coming up 9-10 months since Legion dropped.
Is that all it's been?
Amazing. April 5th, I think, was the first.
That's amazing.
So if you had started wargaming then, probably around that time you'd be looking at stuff and going, oh, that's quite interesting, I think I could do that. I think they've paced that development nicely. I'm really looking forward to Sabine. I think is a great character anyway, and she's versatile enough. She's not time locked anywhere.
No.
She's around pre-Rogue One, and she's around.
We don't know whether she could still be alive now.
As far as we are aware, she is. Yes.
Was a long time ago.
It all is. Bossk. How are we feeling about Bossk? Yeah,
Bossk.
It's a good choice actually. We've got
which I have to. There's some great sound effects in Star Wars, and Bossk is not one of them.
No.
Especially
when you remember what he originally looked like in the original film, but he hardly moved.
The thing about Bossk is it's not even a monster voice, it just sounds like a bloke going, oh, damn it, Bossk, one line and you've fucked it up. Bossk, nice. But Bossk in his eerily long forearms, I think, again, I'm kind of hoping he's going to be geared to take down Wookiees, because...
Isn't there some backstory?
Trandoshans and Wookiees,
yes.
There's a long-standing problem.
Well, hopefully we'll get some.
So if we can see Bossk headbutting Chewbacca or something, that'd be amazing. Someone gets the eerily long forearms ripped off, that'd be amazing.
What do with this?
I like that there's new operatives as well, because we were kind of looking at it and going, well, beyond the Empire Strikes Back bounty hunters, who else is kind of operative? And none of us are considered Sabine, really.
No, not at all.
No, which makes you wonder if Hera's going to turn up as a commander at some point.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I would hope so.
Yeah, that's kind of opened the door for that.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a bunch of...
So Empire, if you're listening, there's room for Thrawn to be a commander.
Yeah, well, obviously Thrawn is in Imperial Assault.
Yes, and
Hera as well. I believe she's.
Yes, she is. Yeah, they are both in Armada as well.
Yeah,
Rebels.
Yes, and Rebels. We had a brand new Star Wars game.
Yeah,
Outer Rim.
Where did that come from?
I know, right?
Yes.
And again, we're just saying, well, that's a gap that's not been plugged yet. The whole idea of play as Scum and Villainy and Rebels and Rogues hasn't been since the card game.
And the very basic idea that you have to become famous as a smuggler to win the game.
Yeah.
How great is that?
On purpose, I didn't read this up, but that's the game plan. You've got to be a smuggler.
Yes. It looks...
we all want to be a pirate.
Yeah.
If you cut a big semicircle out of this tablecloth,
it's basically the board. Yeah. It's a really weird, like swing style board, isn't it? It looks intriguing.
So it's the album. So cool.
No, it does. It looks intriguing. But this is what Fantasy Flight do. They'll do some games like Legion. They'll go, "Oh, it's coming soon. You better get excited. Legion's coming soon." It was about a year before we first heard about Legion and it coming out.
Yeah.
Then they just go, "Boom, new game." There's something else. So like Imperial Assault, they were just like, boom, here's Imperial Assault. There was no ramp up to it whatsoever.
We're doing this now.
So whenever they start ramping something up, I always go, what else are you working on?
Yeah, there's something going on.
Yeah, but
we're only talking about this.
Outer Rim, when they do that, it's not far away either. I'm just looking, edit this bit out. Second quarter, so realistically June.
Yeah.
Well, it might go into July.
June. Yeah, we've been wargaming long enough to know maybe in September. We know.
Yeah. But they may be aiming for that April release again for Salute.
Oh, possibly. Yeah. That could be fun.
Rebellion was Salute. Legion, if that was April, that was Salute.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out.
Watch this space, because we will do a gameplay video of it, like we did Strike Teams.
That'd be awesome.
And this morning, this afternoon, about 3 hours before we started recording, there was a new Legion announcement as well.
That looks really sexy.
Downed ATST expansion. How are we feeling about that?
It looks phenomenal.
The model's great.
The model's great,
yeah.
And I love that do you see it's a multi-part campaign as well?
Yeah.
Two-part story. Nice. Brilliant. We're narrative-driven gamers. Love it. I can understand some people's reluctance about the price tag, because it's $50 in the States, which is realistically about 45 quid here for a lump of plastic.
Yeah.
And some cards.
Is it, you got a constructor, or does it look like a solid piece of resin?
I don't know. I've only seen a render of it. I haven't seen the construction of it, I'm afraid. All there is a picture of it fully painted.
See, if you went third party for that model without the gameplay aspect of it, it would just be the model. It's still going to set you back about 30 quid.
True. I like
just the actual printed item.
I do like that they're supplementary scenario cards and stuff still as well.
Yeah, and as I say, you're going to get some another viewpoint on it. So I presume it's
are people going to house roll when an ATST text taken out? You can put that down in its place.
It might happen here.
Yeah. How is it not going to? You know. Yeah. It was a super fun bit of kit. I thought, and So
We did a Crash T47, didn't we?
Yeah, one day I'll remember to bring it along. I've made one, it's coming. Check our Instagram at FireWinReadyUK. What I really want, because I like they did the Moisture Pepper, I've never done this, what I want is a box of droids. Because I'm never going to get C-3PO in a battlefield role here.
Yeah.
I would give me an astromech, a protocol droid, a gonk droid, and something else, and some droid-centric mission cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's no use for droids in this, apart until Clone Wars comes out. There's no use.
We've
for
only
droids.
got them as terrain, haven't we?
Yeah.
Really? So nothing to actually protect the droid, for example. Yeah.
Yeah, get the droid to the other side of the battlefield to open the bunker.
And then it's IG-88.
Oh, he's coming.
Yeah,
I've got a feeling he's coming.
I just love him. Mostly because how he used to be in the old canon, and he's one of the few bits of the old expanded universe I've gone, I really wish they kept that because it was so cool. But we're here for a reason rather than just talk Star Wars. Bollocks, we talk Star Wars anyway. But that's because we have 1, 2, 3 things to unbox and review on. So let's bring them up on the Fireman Ready conveyor belt.
Oh no!
Oh no, you can crank the handle this time.
Do the handle. Yes.
We'll put music in later.
How was this joke now?
I don't know. I think it started with HeroClix.
Hey, it did. It was a Fury conveyor belt. Hey!
Oh, wow.
So we have Rebel specialists, Imperial specialists, and he's a little bit late, but we have Chewbacca at long last.
Finally.
So, what are we expecting?
Well, I'm expecting Chewie to be awesome.
I'm expecting him to rip people's arms off.
We've seen the
And not just when he loses.
the other Wookiees. I'm sure he's going to be of the same build.
I'm kind of hoping he's going to hit harder.
And I hope he's got a bowcaster.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Then
I hope that
I'm
goes
happy.
back. Okay,
That'll do me.
cool. So the specialists...
But he's another 3 squads of the other dudes, and we've got an army.
I'm guessing Chewbacca's designed specifically to lead those Wookiee warriors.
He's an operative.
No, I think he
you
just
can drop him in.
you can drop
you
him
can
in
have
there.
up to 2 operatives in your force. He's the only rebel operative so far. But well, Sabine, then
Yeah.
will be an operative as well.
He obviously is going to... They're going to buff with hand at some point.
You hope so, yeah. Oh, his ham wasn't.
Palm, hand. Palm.
Let's start the thing off.
These guys, we have a generic commander who can replace Veers or Vader or
So obviously lower pointed.
lower pointage, freeing up more points for upgrades and troops and vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to play that way, you play a span list rather than having heroes in it. But there's also there's droids in there.
Yeah.
Well, don't I look like a prize twat?
We may edit this out.
No, it's fine. I'm happy to look like a twat. So
There
these are, but these are also extra units that can be added to pre-existing squads. So you can send your sniper team in with an extra dude
Or a droid.
or a droid. So we haven't seen anything like this before.
No,
this is an entirely new
just
mechanic.
a floating pack of guys. Isn't
Yes.
it? Yeah.
So, and I like that they've used one of the guys from Imperial Assault.
Yes.
Because I forget his name, but he's a PT in Imperial Assault. You just pick him and play as him, which is cool. And we've got it looks like a female Imperial Commander, which is cool.
So this is a foil for each
Female
other.
representation on the
So,
battlefield.
and obviously you've got security droid there. What looks like.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna have to rip these open, aren't we? I think we should start with Chewbacca, don't you?
Oh yes.
All right. See you very soon for the unboxing. We have Chewbacca.
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca. No one can pronounce stuff consistently in Star Wars.
Not me.
It's fine.
Don't ask me.
Oh come on, we can't pronounce Leia correctly for our first film.
There he is.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, he does look like Chewie at least.
The face is right.
The face is right, yeah. Seems a stupid thing to say, but if they hadn't got the face right, you'd have noticed.
How much ammo do you need?
A bandolier's worth.
Okay.
The face is bang on.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah, that's lovely. Oh, my daughter's
Excellent.
going to love that. The upgrade cards are all ones we've seen before, which is tenacity while performing a melee attack if you're wounded or if one of your more of your minions have been defeated, add 1 red attack dice to your pool. Hunter, while attacking a wounded troop unit during a roll attack dice step, you get an aim token. And emergency stims, which is one we've seen quite a few times where you can defer damage for a turn.
You have a bowcaster.
Okay. Chewbacca, walking carpet is his job title. I'm not joking.
Excellent.
Okay, he is 110 points of an 800 point build as an operative, so he better do some damage. He has 9 hit points, which is more than Vader?
Cool. Really?
Yeah, Vader's 8.
Yeah. 2 morale. His defense is 1 white dice surge to blank. His unarmed combat is 4 red dice surge to crit.
What?
Is it called I will unarm you?
Just to be clear, I think that's 2+ on a d8 4 times.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Chewbacca's bowcaster is range 1 to 3, 2 red, 2 white, surge to crit, impact 1, pierce 1. So yeah, that's going to knock holes in things.
Exactly what we want.
Yes, his special abilities are Enrage 4. When you have 4 or more wound tokens, treat your courage as blank and gain charge. So if he has 4 wound tokens, he's then completely immune to suppression. And he gets charge, which is after you make a move, you can take a melee attack for free. Expert Climber, while clambering, do not roll defense dice or suffer wounds.
Nice.
Guardian 3, which is a new ability. While a friendly trooper unit at range 1 and in line of sight is defending against a ranged attack, you may cancel up to 3 hit results. For each result cancelled, roll 1 of your defense dice. Convert any surges, then suffer 1 wound for each blank result, so he can human shield friendly units. Unhindered, you ignore the effects of difficult terrain. And he has Teamwork, Han Solo. While you're at range 1 to 2 of Han Solo, when you or Han Solo gains an aim or dodge token, the other unit gains a token of the same type. What a nice, simple mechanic for representing Han and Chewie working together.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're rewarded for keeping them together.
Which is what you want, really.
And we have, because he's an operative, we have 3 command cards as well. His 3-pip is Notorious Scoundrels, Chewbacca and Han Solo. Choose one of Han Solo's command cards in your discard pile. Return that card to your hand. Whoa!
Very useful.
Because Han's got some of the best command cards.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
The artwork's lovely as well. 2-pip, Brains and Brawn, Chewbacca and Leia Organa. While Leia Organa is performing a ranged attack, if Chewbacca is not engaged and has line of sight to and is at range 1 to 3 of a defender, add one of his ranged weapons to the attack pool. So you can chain the ranged attack with Leia.
Okay.
Wonder who
support.
I wonder who his 1-pip works alongside. 1-pip card is Common Cause, Chewbacca and Luke Skywalker. After Chewbacca activates, if Luke Skywalker has a face-up order token, he may activate. After Luke Skywalker activates, if Chewbacca has a face-up order token, he may activate. So you can chain them both together.
Okay.
That's an awesome thematic use of Chewbacca.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he's the ever-loving support guy.
And some reasonably powerful cards as well.
And I think the artwork's lovely as well.
How many points is he, Brad?
He without any upgrades, he's 110 of 800.
Okay, but even so,
I think
he's very fieldable, isn't he?
Yeah, and bear in mind he might have a squad of Wookiees with him as well. So I'm impressed.
Yeah.
No, very nice.
The operative rules for fielding them.
Yep.
You still have to have a separate leader.
You have to have a command. Normal build is you have to have a commander. I think it's at least 2 squads of normal troopers. You can have up to 2 operatives.
That's right.
Yeah. As of the
Why
moment,
wouldn't you really?
As of the moment, although we've had others announced, the only operatives around are Boba Fett and Chewbacca. Okay, so we have
Some dudes.
some dudes, and some dudes is 4.
Rebel specialists. As usual, we have the
Amazing, sexy, and exciting bases.
as brown as possible. Well, oxblood sort of colour.
Oh,
That's quite a groovy little droid.
oh, lots of cards here. Okay, so there's a shit ton of cards actually.
I should keep us quiet.
Yeah. Upgrade cards, there's 2 we've seen already, which is Commanding Presence. When issuing orders, you can issue orders at range 4. I think we saw that with Veers.
Yes, yeah.
Recon Intel, you gain Scout 1. After you deploy, you may perform a Speed 1 move. I think we saw with Commandos. Okay, so the upgrades are Rebel Officer. Rebel only, add 1 Rebel Officer mini. Your courage is increased by 1 and you gain Inspire 1. After your rally step, remove up to 1 suppression token from another friendly unit at range 1 or 2, and this mini becomes your unit leader. Rebel Comms Technician. Rebel only, add 1 Rebel Comms Technician. It looks like going on the icons, I think these are in place of the option to add an extra normal grunt to your squad.
Oh, right, so rather than just a regular trooper.
Yeah, you could add one of these instead.
Yeah.
Rebel Comms Technician, Rebel only, add 1 Rebel Comms Technician mini. You gain, I think there's a comms upgrade icon. You must equip a comms upgrade card, so it gives you an extra guy with a rifle plus.
So this one's there's
You
some
can
sort
give
of
him extra
backpack.
comms. Yeah. So it explodes the options available open to that unit. 2-1B medical droid.
Yay!
I've actually attached their head here because the head's actually a separate part.
Okay. Rebel unit only. Add 1 2-1B medical droid mini. As a free action, treat 1 capacity 2. Place a wounds token on this card to remove 1 wounds token from or restore 1 mini to a friendly non-emplacement trooper unit at range 1 and in line of sight. Limit of 2 tokens. So you can bring 2 grunts back
people.
from the dead or heal someone twice.
Okay, cool.
He also has the keyword non-combatant, which is this mini cannot use weapons and other non-unit leader minis must suffer wounds first.
So
Logical.
he could heal a commander?
Yes, he could heal
Yeah, just because he's not in the squad.
Yeah,
There's range, one. Yeah, as well.
R5 astromech droid, rebel only. Add 1 R5 astromech droid.
I nearly said R5 and all.
As a free action, repair 1 capacity 2. Place a wounds token on this card to remove 1 wound, ion or vehicle damage token from a friendly ground vehicle at range 1 and in line of sight. Limit to 2 tokens, and he has the keyword non-combatant.
Yeah.
Cool.
Comms relay. When you would be issued an order, you may choose a friendly unit at range 1 to 2, issue an order to the chosen unit instead, so you can bounce the order phase.
Oh,
So
okay.
if Luke's
Send a
at
signal.
range of someone with a comms relay, but he's got an extra 12 inches, he can beam a signal across. So bouncing commands. You can also field the rebel officer as a commander in your army, instead of having to take Luke, Han or Leia. He's only 50 points, which frees up a lot.
Wow. Yeah. Especially if you use an operative as well.
Yeah, he has white dice for defence, surge to block. He has unarmed combat, 1 black dice, surge to hit. And he has an officer's A180 blaster pistol, which is range 2, black-white, surge to hit. As an action, he can take cover 1. Choose 1 friendly trooper unit at range 1, that unit gains a dodge token. He also has Inspire 1. After your rally steps, remove up to 1 suppression token from another friendly unit at range 1 or 2. And he also has Sharpshooter 1. While performing a ranged attack, reduce the defender's cover by 1. He's almost like he's a very diluted layer.
But it's kind of a standard commander.
Yeah. Though rebel commanders often appear beleaguered and under-equipped, what they may lack in resources, they may often make up for with resolve, tenacity and sheer force of will. Often the veterans of past wars or the leaders of planetary militias, rebel officers have no lack of experience. Leading by example, alliance officers aren't afraid to get their hands dirty, and each knows that they may have to give their life for the cause of a rebellion. What's more, they also come with 3 command cards, and these aren't linked to characters, so these can be used by any rebel commander.
Nice.
Useful.
So the 3 pip 1 is covering fire. 3 core units, rebel only. After a friendly core unit performs a ranged attack, another friendly unit at range 1 or 2 may gain 1 dodge token. 2 pip is turning the tide, to be issued to 2 support or heavy units. Rebel only, each friendly unit, support and heavy unit gains Inspire 2. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So when you activate a heavy or a vehicle, or so support will be ATRT and the T-47.
Yeah.
And the I think the turret is technically heavy as well. Yeah, it's, every time you activate them, everyone around them gets to remove 2 points of suppression. That's nice. 1 pip is sabotaged communications, can be issued to 1 special forces or operative unit. Rebel only, your opponent must issue orders to 1 fewer unit that is indicated on their command card to a minimum of 1.
Oh, nice picture.
Yes. I feel that should happen more often in our games, don't you? Nice. There's actually quite a lot in that box, isn't there?
Yeah.
Surprisingly so. Yeah, you just thought it was going to be a few models and cards.
Yeah.
I don't want to say the artwork's getting better, but seriously, there's some stunning artwork on these cards.
Nice.
I'm impressed by that. Okay, so we also have the Imperial Specialist Personnel expansion. Loads of cards again.
Usual array of punch-out cards.
An ambitious officer in the Imperial Army has no shortage of ranks to climb and personal accolades to accrue. While many officers are motivated by their own advancement, equally as many are fiercely loyal to the Empire itself and the ideals it represents. Whether driven by greed or conviction, Imperial commanders are dangerous and cunning opponents, feeling no qualms about resorting to ruthless and violent tactics. Okay, so the upgrades. Again, we have commanding presence and comms relay, the same as the Rebel specialists that we've seen previously. As upgrades, and again, these all go in the standard trooper slot for a core unit. Imperial officer, Imperial only, add 1 Imperial officer mini. Your courage is increased by 1. You gain Inspire 1. After your rally step, remove up to 1 suppression token from another friendly unit at range 1 or 2. And leader, this mini is your unit leader. Imperial comms technician, Imperial only, add 1 Imperial comms technician mini. You gain a comms upgrade icon. You must equip a comms upgrade card that allow a trooper to take something like long range comms.
Okay, yeah.
Or comms jammer. Okay, I've just popped the head on this one again because it's another separate head. Lots of parts.
Spare head too. FX9 medical droid, Imperial only, add 1 FX9 medical droid mini. Treat 1 capacity 2. Place a wound token on this card to remove 1 wound token from or restore 1 mini to a friendly non-emplacement trooper unit at range 1 and in line of sight. Limit 2 tokens.
A nice little cast, isn't it?
R4.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's very nice.
Okay, I've just quickly put that together because that's in 4 pieces. So,
But the flashing's good then, isn't it? Just pushed in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably you wouldn't even need to glue that.
Oh, he has the keyword non-combatant as well.
Yeah.
R4 astromech droid, Imperial only, add 1 R4 astromech droid mini. So, I'll show you in a second. As a free action, repair 1, capacity 2, place a wound token on this card to remove 1 wound, iron or vehicle damage token from a friendly ground vehicle at range 1 and in line of sight, limit 2 tokens, non-combatant. I'll show you why I'm laughing. Can you take that card up in front of the camera, please? Because I just have to point out that as it's great that the R4's looking great, but Chopper's sneaking past in the background.
Oh, excellent.
And I love Chopper. He's like the grumpiest man in Star Wars. Imperial officer, as a commander, 50 points to add as your commander, which would allow you to free up a series. Bear in mind, you're sometimes paying
That would free you up for
nearly
a vehicle,
200 points for Darth Vader or Darth Sidious.
Yeah.
The amount of stormtroopers and speeder bikes you could spam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the firepower could increase, couldn't it?
Yeah. One model, obviously, Imperial officer, ruthless commander. Defense is white dice surge to block. Unarmed combat is 1 black surge to hit, and she has an officer's RK3 blaster pistol, range 1 to 2, black white surge to hit, 4 hit points and a courage of 2. As special abilities, she has Spotter 1, spend 1 action, choose 1 friendly unit at range 1, that unit gains an aim token. Inspire 1, after your rally step, remove up to 1 suppression token from another friendly unit at range 1 or 2. And Sharpshooter 1, while performing a ranged attack, reduce the defender's cover by 1.
Was that exactly identical?
Yes.
Yeah, no,
Very much mirror
which is
squads.
fair enough. They are basically playoffs.
There are 3 command cards, and I'm taking a quick peek, and these are very different from the Rebel command cards.
Excellent.
Okay, so the 3-pip one is a coordinated fire, 3 core units. After a friendly core unit spends an aim token, another friendly unit at range 1 or 2 may gain an aim token. And stormtroopers need aim tokens. The 2-pip is pinned down. Remember, Rebel 1 gave them all a morale boost when he activated a support heavy. Pinned down, 2 support or heavy units, Imperial only. After a friendly support or heavy unit performs an attack against a unit with a face-up order token, shuffle that token back into its order pool, so you completely disrupt your opponent's orders.
Wow. Well, I was kind of just expecting giving loads of suppression.
No,
but that's
pick it up and put it back in the bag. Yeah. And the 1-pip is covert observation. Okay. 1-pip is covert observation, giving orders to 1 special forces operative unit, Imperial only. Look at up to 2 random command cards from your opponent's hand.
Ooh.
So you see what he's
what he's saying.
What he's got.
Yeah.
I suppose that the more selection of cards you've
but
got.
you do that on turn 4. You see the rest of it, what they've got left from the rest of the deck.
Yeah, true.
And again, the artwork's brilliant. I especially love that ATST
Oh, nice.
one. There's an Empire Strikes Back vibe to these card art.
Yes, very wintry, isn't it?
Yeah. This has exploded the options somewhat, hasn't it?
The game changes actually. So the low wattage commander gives you freeing up, mechanics and that sort of thing.
You could get another couple of scores of Stormtroopers, yeah. Or 2 ATSDs in an 800-point game.
Mm-hmm.
But in some ways it's escalating the game because it's taking your 800-point game with, say, 4 squads to now potentially an 800-point game with...
And there's nothing to stop you still taking
7
Vader and Luke and just having this guy or this girl in a normal squad. As a sub-commander.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with a sub-commander. Cool. Okay, and so that's Chewbacca, the Rebel Specialist and the Imperial Specialist. Dave, initial impressions?
That's all good. I love the way those specialists work.
Yes.
I think
They're going to be very interesting.
obviously we're all happy to have Chewie here.
Oh yeah, that goes without saying.
Yeah. That's why I didn't say it. But these specialists where you can have now a separate leader, because Darth Vader can't be everywhere in the universe, powerful as he is, you can have a standard Rebel commander or an Imperial commander.
Yeah.
And
making up your own stories.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Creating your own characters.
And it does make sense that they would be the unknown general. Or,
but it also gives you the option to make your own character, your own personality story if you're into the role-playing side of it.
Yeah.
Look at the jungle campaign we've been playing. You've got no commanders in there. It's just a standard. Now you could have potentially one of these commanders on either side running the missions.
Yeah.
Without having to have a massively unbalanced character.
Absolutely.
It's almost like they're paring it down to I don't want to say a proper war game because I sound like a twat, but you know what I mean.
That's not good.
Okay. Like they're boiling it down to an old school war game, like a realistic war game almost, where you're with Legion, you have 2 commanders striding across the battlefield with lightsabers for a big duel in the middle and cutting people down. That won't happen with these.
No,
it's going to add different tactics,
and it's going to free up more points for hardware.
Yes,
I think in putting Chewie aside for a moment, I think in the specialists, up until now, a large part of the game has felt like Return of the Jedi, and this I feel has made it feel like Empire and Rogue One.
Yeah. The Jedi are fighting on a different planet.
Yes, this is, as you said, it's more. Rogue One is more of a war movie than it is a Star Wars movie. And that's this is hitting home that side of it, while still being Star Warsy because it's droids and
you got your droids.
And you got droids. I did get droids like I wanted. Yeah, this kind of. What I like is it's an expansion in the truest sense, and it has opened up the options available to you when army building. It has opened up the scope of the stories that you can tell on the tabletop. And it's given you as a kind of knock on a drop in the points cost for your command. You can bring more toys and
first introduction of healers as well.
Yes. You've got the emergency stims you've had previously where you can kind of defer a wound.
Basically,
this is the first
offset it for a round.
This is the first healers we've had.
I think so.
Yeah. So again, war game options. You've got options that you would have in a standard, say, bolt action World War II game. You would have medics in that, which can cancel hits. So now you've got that for Legion.
Yeah, I love the new command cards as well mostly because we were starting to see the same cards coming up again and again.
Absolutely.
So this is just added in some more options.
Yes,
and you can use those command cards for any commander.
Any commander. Yes.
So that's
they're dark side, light side locked.
You
don't. They're not like Chewie's cards where you have to have Chewie.
Yeah.
But
with the
does give us more options, right?
The Empire card, you can look at. You can spy on the opponent's cards. That becomes incredibly useful when you now subbing cards. You can swap them around.
Yeah.
You've got a deck.
I like to all the suppressive fire you put down. That was awesome. Yeah, and it's some of those command cards empower your heavy and support units. So if you have gone for a cheaper commander, so you can field some more speeder bikes or 3 AT-ATs.
Yes.
You've then got a command card in your deck that will buff those abilities even more.
Yes. Did both sides have that transmitter boost?
Yes, it is. So you can bounce the signal almost across. And realistically, if you've got
go in the right place.
Well, commanding presence. If you took that would give you a rate base run of 4 for issuing orders, and then that could bounce it another 2. So that would be 3-foot command as well across the board.
That's pretty much the map then.
Short of battlefield, battle meditation, or long range comms. That's most of the table.
Yeah, useful. Very useful.
It's quite unusual for Legion because you've got effectively, the base is exactly the same for both sides with the specialists. You have the same character, so you have medical droid, you've got the communications guy, you've got the commander, but the difference in cards and attachments still gives them different. Legions feels like they've done one thing for the Empire, one thing with the Rebels, which are totally different, and played them differently. This is kind of, because you're going to have, these are the standards you're going to have.
Yes.
So everyone can have them. But I quite like that.
Yeah. No, it does widen the game a lot more. Yeah.
It's split. I think that's what comes to it. It's exploded the game. Adding these options, which I'm massively in favour of. It's been on. I'm so glad we were on like ground zero when Legion dropped.
It hasn't been a year.
It hasn't been a year. But we go to the watch list and watch all our old videos. They're great. They get increasingly better because Dave turns up. And but we played our first ever game of it on screen.
Yes,
because we just said we wanted to show people what it played like out of the box. It was on our white coffee table, and I think through the show you've seen like the terrain and stuff evolve over time, and this feels like an evolution of the game.
Yes,
and having been here since day one, it's nice to see.
It's a lovely bolt on.
I think it's struck that perfect balance between evolving it as a war game and involving it in terms of making it feel Star Wars.
Yep.
And I think Legion has consistently done that very well. There's
nothing
that's come out for Legion so far has made me go, like some of the releases for X-Wing First Edition did, that made me go, yeah, it's cool, but it's not actually in Star Wars, is it?
No.
Even these guys who aren't technically in Star Wars, they still feel Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yes, they are character. Yeah, you have seen people like that.
Yeah.
And then I think it's taken us from, stopped us talking about Chewie, who we should talk about because I think he's going to be really scary.
I love him. The whole idea of his command cards teaming him up with Luke, Leia or Han, absolute genius.
Yeah. And
the Wookiee Rage,
he's a demon.
4 red surge to crit.
He's going to make a mess of a lot of people.
He's going to rip people's arms off.
Yeah.
He'll be ripping the legs off the ATS team.
I think he could go against Vader.
So do I.
Yeah.
And he's quicker. He's faster across the map with his
Yeah. I'm just so impressed by this set.
He's very powerful, isn't he?
Yeah, he's perfectly positioned as an operative. He's perfectly positioned to work alongside Luke, Leia and Han. And the Wookiee Warriors, I feel.
Yes, and I can definitely see the other side avoiding him.
Yes.
I don't want to hand him.
But, what we really, really need now, with the scope we've seen, and Chewbacca, is a mechanic for him to hijack an ATST.
Oh yeah.
Ewoks are coming, guys. They may not be, I don't know.
Must be some third-party porgs.
Someone
must have made them.
That's a title of my synthwave band. I think I know the answer, but Rebel and Imperial Specialist, thumbs up, thumbs down?
Oh, they're brilliant.
Double thumbs up for me, because as I say, this is not just a great set in itself, this means a lot for the game going forward.
Yes, it's more of a game changer than Chewie is. Really.
Okay, Chewbacca, thumbs up, thumbs down. Yeah, he's going to punch holes and shit, guys.
I want 3 of those.
He's unique. Legion continuing to knock it out of the park.
Absolutely.
Stick with us, guys, because Legion's awesome. We've got convention games coming up. Follow us on our Instagram page at FireWinReady UK to keep up with all the big games we'll be doing. And of course, we'll be filming and telegraphing the stuff. And follow us on Instagram for all the painting and video editing stuff I have to put up with as well. Can you have a magic roundabout thing in your head? And keep with us because, as we said, we are Fire Ready, recently retitled Adventures in Star Wars Tabletop Gaming. So we aren't just Legion, we can do Armada and we can do Outer Rim.
Yes.
So be excited, guys, because we are. So, guys, thanks very much for watching Firewin Ready. If you want to keep up with what I'm doing, as I said, you can follow us on Instagram at FirewinReady UK, and you can, of course, also check out our homepage, emotionally14.com, which is home to all sorts of tabletop gaming stuff, all sorts of Star Wars stuff, but all kinds of things within the geek hemisphere: fantasy, sci-fi, horror, comics, video games. There's an entire Star Wars podcast. It's called Talk Star Wars, of which I am one of the regular hosts on, because I talk Star Wars all the time, regardless of whether or not a microphone is on. I watched Star Wars 3 times this week. If you want to keep up with what I'm doing, you can have me on Facebook at facebook.com/BradHarmerBarnes, and you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at RealBradHB. I think I'm on Vero and Discord as well, but I don't really understand how to use them, so don't bother. Ian, where can people find you?
I'm not on Discord. I'm on Instagram, Great Old One, and also HeroClix UK. I know.
Yeah. Touche.
I am HeroClix
Getting him
UK.
to stop us. Dave, where can people catch up with you?
I don't even know what Discord is. So
okay, cool.
Whatever.
Basically, lots of people started talking about it, and I harassed Rob, the editor of E14. Do we need a Discord? I really feel like we need a Discord. Everyone's talking about Discord. And no sooner had E14 got a Discord channel than it died a death completely. It was like, we opened up a Discord channel, and then a tumbleweed blowing through the front door. It's like, the second we opened one, everyone lost interest in it.
Not doing that anymore.
Perfect timing.
At least the MySpace is doing well, though.
Yes, and Bieber.
I have none of those.
Dave, where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook under Dave Mustill. You can find me under the 0100 War Games Club or Broadside Game Show, which is coming soon.
Yeah.
Listen tight, kids. And you can find me on Instagram, Dave DCLXVI, for painting and gaming stuff.
Awesome. Okay, guys. Watch our social media. It's probably your best bet, and we'll see you again very, very soon.
Very soon.
Hopefully, a gameplay video, because we've had nothing but unboxings and reviews.
Yeah,
recently.
More news about the con as well.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
See you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.